What's going on, everybody? Well, I got a new bike. I got a Mooncool cargo bike. Mooncool sent it to me. It arrived the other day, a couple days ago. I got it put together and everything. And I was just going to show it to you. So it's now I'm not one to try to sit here and memorize things. So I've got my iPad out for the specifications and everything, and I'm gonna go through the specifications for you and let you know what all the specs are. So it's the Mooncool. It's the CG2 cargo bike. I'll show it to you here in a minute, but I'm gonna go through the specs first. It has the motor. It's a 48 volt, 750 watt motor. It's got a lithium battery, 48 volt, 20 amp hours. 20 miles per hour max speed. It's, I'll show you the display and all that stuff. You got the front light, the back light, it's got blinkers on it, it's got brake lights, and I'll show you all that in just a minute. But I'm just gonna kind of read through these real quick. I mean, you know, if you wanna go through the, go to the website, you can look at all these again if you wanna see them. Let's see what else. It weighs 97 pounds. It has a load capacity of 450 pounds. Let's see, what else? It's got a 60 to 70 mile range. I like that. I've already ridden it, but my ride will be on after this part of it. It'll go 20 miles per hour, and that's really about all I'm going to go through on the specs with you. It's just, I mean, it's a nice bike. I like it, but let's take a look at it. But there it is. It's that pretty blue color. It's really nice. So we've got the display right here. You know, you got your pedal assist. The bars tell you what the pedal assist is. So that's pedal assist 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, you know, it's got the battery indicator, how fast you're going, how many miles. You can hit the M button here, and that takes you to the mileage on the trip, the voltage, current. I don't know what that is, RM. I'll have to look at that more. T1, I guess that's how long you've been riding. And then back to mileage. Yeah, it's just a basic display. We've got hydraulic brakes here. It's Star Union. So here we got the horn. Well, I guess I need to turn the display on for the horn. Got the horn. It's got the blinkers. You got a bell here. I'll show you that in a minute. You got a Shimano shifter. And then they sent me this nice basket here. I mean, I like that basket. It's really nice. I put that on yesterday. The tires, they're 3.5 by 20. You can see the thread there on the tires. They seem to be pretty good. And there's the battery. You got a key here that'll lock it and unlock it to take the battery on and off. It's easy getting the battery on and off. I've got a water bottle holder, and I've never had one of those. It came with it, so that made it nice. There's that big old long back rack. Now, they sent me seats to go on here, and it's got some panels here to go on either side and some foot pegs, and it's got a bar to go around it for kids, you know, that they can hold on if you want to ride them. I have not put those on there yet. I may put them on later, but for right now I'm not. I may put them on and just kind of show you what it looks like. But what I want to do is I want to get me a basket to go on the back here. I think I found one. I found a milk crate like the one I have on my other bike, but it's longer. It goes the length of that thing, so that's going to be nice there. Yeah, I mean, really, well, let's look at the blinker. So you got the blinker. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this sunlight. I don't know. You can kind of, I think you might can kind of see it right there. It's not that bright, but that's the blinker. And then you got brake lights. The brake lights come on. But yeah, I tell you that I took it out riding. Yesterday I ran some errands. I'm filming this the day after. But yeah, I took it out and ran some errands. Man, you'll hear what I have to say about it on the ride. I do a couple of little tests on it. We do the pass through, how fast it goes in each, not pass through, pedal assist, how fast it goes in each pedal assist. We go up a hill, throttle only. You know, watch the rest of the video, you can see how that handles. You got some nice fenders here. So basically when it came in, I had to put the handlebars on. Now on this one, I did have to turn the stem around because it was backwards, but I had to turn that around. It wasn't bad putting the handlebars on. There was two plugs you had to plug in. You had to plug two connectors you had to plug in. One up here and one for the light. Oh yeah, and here's the light down here. You can see that. There's your light. So I had to put the handlebars on, and I had to put the front wheel on, and then I had to put the pedals on. And that was really, oh, and the water bottle holder, I had to put that on too. Just make sure, you know, if you decide to get one, the rotor there needs to be on the left side of the bike. You know, when you're facing this way, you need to put it, that needs to be on the left side. This right here was turned around to the other side, I believe. And this right here, if you see this part right here, and then this part here, this was back here. And so you loosen that, and then you loosen these, and you just spin it around and line it up. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's a pretty color. I like the blue. I've gotten several comments on the color, people liking the color. So yeah, I'm gonna do plenty of riding on it. You'll hear my thoughts on the ride when we go out. I mean, it's a beautiful bike, and it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, watch my ride and you can hear me talking about it. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap this part of it up. Watch the rest of the video. That's my ride running the errands. So enjoy. All right, everybody. This is kind of our first official ride. It is July 10th, 2024. It's 1:54 in the afternoon. It is 91 degrees and partly cloudy. So I rode some yesterday when I got it, not much, just up and down this road right here. Chana got on it and rode it. And I tell you, when I got her on here and she started riding it, she didn't want to get off. She said she loved it. So I'm riding this thing on my electric. My other bike, I have a Cloud 9 seat, and I have a Zoom suspension seat post, and I figured I'd just go with the seat that comes with it, the seat post that comes with it, just to see how it runs. See if I want to get a new seat and seat post. I'll let you know at the end of the ride how it's doing, but so far the seat's comfortable. We'll find out how smooth it is when we get on the sidewalks up here. But I tell you what, this thing rides good. I'll tell you that. It rides better than the one I have, my electric. One thing I can tell that I'm gonna have to get used to is that basket in the front. Because when I turn my handlebars, the basket just stays straight. And I'll get used to that though. I think I want to get me a basket to go on the back. I might get me a basket like I have on my other bike, but I might get the big one. Because this one will handle that big one. It won't be sticking out the back. I'm gonna have, I'll have to get used to the display, but that's fine. It's just set up different than the one I have, but it's a different bike. But let me tell you something. One thing I have noticed about this one, just riding down the road here and the little bit of riding I did yesterday, man, this thing will get up and go. I mean, it just, when you hit the throttle or you start pedaling, boy, it takes off. But not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. So yesterday was my last day of class. They took their final yesterday. I didn't have to do anything. They were all at their proctors taking the test. And now I have to grade them. But that shouldn't take too long. I don't have my front camera hooked up yet. I don't know. I've got the mount on there right now. I don't know how that's going to look. We'll see. I can put that handlebar extension on it if I need to. I think it might need to be a little bit further away. But, so far today, we'll just, for the next couple rides on this thing, we may not have the front camera. But I will get it back on there. But no, we are heading to the bank. I got to take some money out and put it up. It's weird this summer. It's how they pay us in the summer. Last summer and the summer before that, I had 2 online classes that met for the first 6 weeks. And then I had one that ran all summer because it was strictly online. It wasn't where I was teaching over Zoom. So the one I don't teach over Zoom, it runs all summer. You know, we figure it gives them longer to do their work and stuff like that, since they don't have somebody teaching them. So the way they would pay us is they would calculate how much we make over the 3 classes, and they divide it by 3, and that's how much we got paid. You know, the 3 months during the summer. And so this summer, well, I got my first check, my first summer check at the end of June. And I looked at how much my check was, and I said, my goodness, they gave us a big old raise. And so, well, I was happy and everything, so I called one of the guys up at Tech. He knows all about this stuff. And I said, what's the deal with the pay? Because I wanted to make sure I didn't get overpaid, because if you do, they're going to email you and tell them you got to give the money back. Tell you that you got to give the money back. So I was talking to him. He said what they're doing is they're paying for the 2 classes online that just run the 6 weeks. They're paying you 2/3 of that and 1/3 of the one that runs all summer. And so then at the end of the 2nd month, you'll get 1/3 of the 2 classes that runs the 6 weeks. I don't know if I said 6 months earlier. If I did, I meant 6 weeks. You'll get paid 1/3 of the 6 weeks, and 1/3 of the online class that runs the 12 weeks. And then the last month, I'll just get paid the 1/3 of the one that runs the 12 weeks. So I've got to go take this out because it's got to be spread out over the rest of the summer. So that's why we're doing that. Yeah, on this video, I've got, I don't know if you can see in the video, I don't think you can on the YouTube video, but I've got a backpack on. Because my saddlebags, you know, I had those saddlebags, so I didn't need a backpack. Well, the saddlebags are on my other bike, and let me tell you, those saddlebags come in handy. But I can just put a backpack on. It'll pretty much hold what those saddlebags do. So I guess when I'm riding this bike, I'll just go ahead and put throw my backpack on. I bought this backpack last year when we went on our trip. Let's see. You know, I haven't even thought about it yet. When I'm turning, I haven't even used my blinkers. But no, I tell you what, so far, man, this bike's comfortable. You know, it's more expensive than my electric, but you get a lot more. I mean, you think about if you just went and bought a cheap bike, and if you had to upgrade the brakes and all that other stuff, put blinkers on it, get a horn, a bell, I don't know, some of them may come with it. But you know, what's it gonna cost you to upgrade your bike? I mean, of course, it may not cost, you know, that much, the difference. But then again, you know, you're looking at this battery. How much is that 60 to 70 mile range battery gonna cost you? So, I mean, I tell you, I think it's worth it. You know, when I bought my first bike, I said, you know, I'm not gonna get anything expensive. I want to get something that has good reviews, and the electric has good reviews. And, but, you know, I didn't know back then what I know now. I tell you, I think it's worth it to have that battery. Man, I mean, you know, just think, you don't have to worry about where you're going anymore with that 60 to 75 mile range. I mean, you just get on it and go, and you know you're gonna have enough battery to get there and back. That's one of the things I would worry about with my electric is, can I get there and back? Let me drop the pedal assist down to 2 or 3 the whole time so I know I can get there and back. But I don't think you're gonna have to really worry about it with this one. Well, that's worth it to me. And there's been several times where I've, you know, taken a trip like this, gone home, and I might need to run somewhere else. Well, I have to charge my bike up again. Well, this one, I just get back on it and go. So, you know, there's a lot of benefits there. And not to mention the 450-pound weight limit on this thing. I mean, you can haul some stuff. Go do some good grocery shopping. You can put a big old basket on the back of this thing. We're getting a lane right here, so we don't have to wait on that crosswalk. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it's amazing the difference on how this thing gets up and goes. Just at that red light, I can tell a big difference from my other bike. We're gonna get over here on the sidewalk. Birds running from us. Yeah. All right, so we got that taken care of at the bank. I'll mosey up here a little bit. All right, so, well, I was gonna head back to the house, but I think I'm gonna run by the store over there by my house. So we'll go make that trip real quick. I gotta pick something up there. Oh, and I tell you, one thing I noticed, well, one thing I found when I used my backpack, I'll tell you when we get through this red light. All right, so we went on that trip last year, and I've got 4 power banks. I mean, I like them all, but there's 2 of them I like better. And one of the 2 that I really like, I couldn't find it. I looked and I looked and I looked for that thing. And so I got my backpack out today, and I said, well, you know, that kind of feels heavy. So I started looking around in the pockets and stuff, and there was that power bank that I was missing. So I got all 4 of them back now. And you know, those power banks, I mean, I use them for my GoPro because it keeps it from overheating. But I didn't even get them for the GoPro. I got them, we had a couple hurricanes come through, and so I bought them for that in case the electricity went out so we could keep our phones charged. Well, they come in handy. I tell you, if you don't have any, you ought to get you some. They're not that expensive, and those at Walmart work pretty good. The ONN, O-N-N. I'll tell you what, so far so good on the seat post. I tell you, I like these handlebars better than the ones on my electric also. I mean, y'all noticed the handlebars on my other one, that's that stem sticking up. I do like these, they're comfortable. I think I might need to straighten my handlebars out just a tad. I had to turn the whole stem around when I got it because it was backwards. And I don't think I got them quite straight. They're close, but I can get them a little bit straighter. I notice a little bit of difference. No, and I tell you, I got other tools I can use to put this bike together. But they send you a nice little tool bag, and I put it together with the tools they sent. I just wanted to see how it would work. I wanted to do everything based on what they sent me. And so far, I got to give it a thumbs up. Excellent job. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna throttle up this hill. It's a pretty good hill. I don't know if you can tell on this GoPro how steep that hill is, but it's a pretty good one. I wanna see how it handles this hill here. And we'll go back. Well, we'll just still go back. No, we'll go back. We'll turn right up here and go back. And we'll do a little pedal assist test, see how fast we go in each assist level. Well, I tell you, that hill, like it was nothing. I mean, it stayed at about 19. The lowest it got, I think, was 19.4. That's pretty good. And that was throttle only, no pedaling. Let's get on this road right here and see how it does with the pedal assist. We'll come to a stop and we'll take it down to pedal assist 1. All right, and let's start pedaling. All right, so pedal assist 1. It looks like we're doing about 9 miles an hour. It don't seem like we're going that fast. Let's bump it up. Pedal assist 2. And I got it in gear 7. We're about 13.1. Let's bump it up to 3. We're about 16.2 miles an hour, right around 16 miles an hour. And let's bump it up to 4. And we're up there at about 18 miles an hour. And then let's bump it on up to 5. And there you go, we're getting up to the 20. Now it's above 20 right now. We're running about 22, but we are going down a hill. Oh yeah. We're getting up there about 25. And I tell you, the ghost pedaling is not bad. There's a little bit, but not like on my other bike. So that's pretty good. Now I tell you, I can tell a difference in these brakes versus the ones on mine. I just got regular old disc brakes on mine. My old one, this one's got the hydraulic brakes. Yeah, I like it better. I know earlier in the video I was talking about fixing the brakes on mine because I just didn't have any anymore. Everybody was telling me to get the hydraulic brakes. I agree. I see exactly what y'all were talking about now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to raise the seat up some so I can sit a little bit higher. All right, we're still recording. We'll run to that store down here. Let's see, how far have we gone so far? $11 miles. Oh, wow. 11 miles and I got a bunch of battery left. And I've been in pedal assist 5 and throttling most of the time. Excellent, excellent. I love it. Yeah, I tell you, I never really knew much of anything about the Mooncool brand bike. But I tell you what, it's a good bike. I am impressed. Yeah, I'll try to get those seats on the back this week or next. Let y'all have a look at that. Maybe try to give somebody a ride. Let them get on the back. I got my nephews. I don't know. Well, I know they would love to ride on the back. But the question is, can I get mom and dad to agree with it? Of course, I wouldn't take them into town. I'd just take them on a road, you know, down the road a little bit. We got something in the road up here. What is that? Somebody dropped a pillow, it looks like. Yeah, I tell you what, on some future videos, we're gonna have to, we may take a ride over to Monroe now. I've ridden over there, but I rode over there just over the bridge. We may go in there and go a little bit longer way, you know, further on into Monroe. We'll have to do that. I know in several videos earlier, before this one, I asked for some recommendations on movies to watch. And I had a recommendation for The Hill. It's on Netflix. Let me tell you, that's a good movie. that was something, what that guy did. It's a good movie. Good movie. Based on a true story. Oh, I got my, you know, I mentioned something about our internet going out. And they came in and put a new router. I mean, and when they put it in, it was the same Wi-Fi network, same password. Everything's the same on it as the old one. They just gave me a new router. And everything just hooked right up to it. Didn't have to do anything. Except for my lights. I can't get my lights to work now. Whenever I tell Google to turn the closet light on or the hall light on, it just says something like, whatever lights are not recognized. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to take one of them bulbs out and see if there's there's a button on there or something you can reset it or something like that. I don't know. I have to figure something out. Well, we'll head on down here to this store. I got 3 text messages. You know, my wife and daughter need to be leaving here pretty soon. She's got a doctor's appointment today about her ears. She's still feeling a little dizzy. She got COVID last summer. Back in, I think she got it in early June. We all 3 of us had it. And you know, we got over it in about a week. It wasn't really bad. And then I think July 14th, we went on that trip. And the further west we got, she started feeling bad, where she would feel dizzy. And so we got back and she went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and she was telling him that she started feeling bad. We thought she got altitude sickness. And we told the doctor, you know, where we went and everything. He said, yeah. He said COVID and high altitude don't mix very well. And so he gave her some stuff, and she's back to kind of feeling dizzy. And so she made an appointment for today. And they told her, you have to bring somebody that will drive you. We won't see you if you don't have anybody to drive you. They said, because we're going to do some tests on you, and they're going to be uncomfortable. So, and they said it could make her feel bad. So I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, that battery bar hasn't moved, and we're at 14 miles. This is unbelievable. Amazing, amazing. I love this bike. It rides good, and man, let me tell you, that battery sells it for me. right, well, we got that taken care of at the store. That was a nice lady I talked to, asking about the bike, said she loves the color. Asked me what my YouTube channel was, so maybe pick up another subscriber there. She was real nice. My wife called me while I was sitting there. She's taking my daughter to the doctor, and she calls me. I've been gone for a while. I told her I was just running to the bank. I didn't tell her I was going to this store either. But I told her I was running to the bank. I figured she might be calling to check on me. You know, you okay? How you doing? You've been gone a while. No, she calls, and what'd she say? Hey, we're gone. Are you gonna take Jeremiah out when you get home? I said, yeah, that's our dog. I said, yeah, I'll take him out. All right, bye. That shows where I am on the pecking order, doesn't it? All right, we got to get up. All right, here we go, here we go. All right, so we're heading into the home stretch here. So, my final thoughts on the bike. It's awesome. I love it. I mean, it rides good. My bottom end is fine with the stock seat post, no suspension forks. I mean, it's an awesome bike. I love it. I tell you, if I was out looking for a bike back when I first bought them, I wouldn't go cheap again, knowing what I know now. You know, finding a good deal. I mean, and don't get me wrong, the electric, it's a good bike. But this is it's a step up. It's clearly better, and you can tell the difference. It rides good. It's got a lot of pep in it. I mean, it goes. And like I said, I think I'm gonna put the seats on there, and you know, I might take somebody for a ride, but I'm wanting to get a basket on there so I can go grocery shopping. And now with this thing, we can load it down. We can do some good grocery shopping now. We don't have to go and just get something for supper that night. And so far, I mean, we've gone 16 miles and that power bar hadn't moved. I mean, it's just, let's see. Let me see what we are on the voltage. I think we started at 53.8. We're at 50.8 right now on the voltage. That's unbelievable. 16 miles. I mean, excellent bike. And I still hadn't used a blinker. I'll remember them one day. All right, so I'm gonna call it a video. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my other videos. Give me a like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.